We're sitting here, a famous pimp today, a well-known man of your caliber of statue. We are just honored and blessed to have your appearance here, White Mike. And we have a list of questions for you.
All right.
And the first question is where are you from?
Well, originally I was born in Twin Cities, and then I moved to Milwaukee, and that's which is now where I now reside. Yeah, like I was saying, I reside in Milwaukee, but of course, a man in my profession, I'm constantly on the go. I mean, business ain't good in one city. You got to move to another city. Got to go where the money's at. So. Don't ever try to catch me at home, because it'd be hard to catch me at home.
So when you roll into these other cities, what is your wheel? What kind of car do you drive?
I drive some Cadillac Eldorado.
Damn, what year?
At the, I believe it'd be a 74. I just bought it the other day. I think the man said, yeah, it's 74.
74 Eldorado. Now, next question. How did you become a pimp?
How did I become a pimp? Well, my daddy was a pimp. Who give me my name?
White Mike.
I believe most people get their name from their mommy and daddy, but White Mike came from another friend of mine. He's a pimp as well, and because he saw me one day wearing a white jacket, he just called me White Mike, and it just seemed to stick. That was my benefit. Well, I recollect that. I say about 20 years now.
About 20 years. Now, what are some of the problems that you've encountered with some of your product, which is your hose?
With the hose, it takes a little while to get them, get them trained, get them.
Now, how much do you pay your hose?
How much do I pay them? I don't really pay them per se. But I takes good care of my hose.
So you clothe them right?
Yes, sir. I clothe them. I make sure they fed. They get their 3 squares a day. Get a shower every day. Always looking good, cleaned up.
Now when you come up to collect your money, do you allow a girl to look at you?
Oh well, when I'm coming to collect the money, no, not really, because the money is my business. They don't need to see that end of things.
So, what are some of the challenges that you in the game of pimping?
Competition, for one thing. Of course, you always got, the authorities got to be looking out for them. But they pretty much, they don't really bother us, as long as we ain't out, harming anybody else or by what we do. We're just trying to make money just as like any other businessman. It's just it's a profession.
And when you make money, you make pristine money, or do you make real big money?
Well, there's a lot of factors that affect that. I mean, what city you're in, your hose got to look good. Location.
So how do you go about getting your hose looking good?
Well, I'll take them to the finest shops, Make sure they get that, I don't deal no second-hand clothing. I mean, I don't clothe them down in Goodwill or in a place like that. I tell you, Ingram Marcus, It depends on where I'm taking them to. If I'm taking them down to the Marriott hotels and places like that, well, of course, they got to be dressed a little better, for that.
So when you take them to the Marriott, how do you go about getting them in the front lobby? Do you walk them in? You have somebody else?
Yes, sir. I walk them in, and of course, a little cash here and there, a little payoff here and there. It doesn't hurt nothing either. That way we don't have no problem.
And if there is a problem, how do you solve them problem?
Usually cash. Money will talk.
Yeah. So what do you do if you find out that one of your girls is holding out on one of them dollars?
If they're holding out on me? Well, I just say this, it'll be the last time they hold out on me.
How many stables do you have?
Well, I used to have 3, but presently just 2.
Just 2. What happened where you fell back from the 3?
It wasn't nothing real bad. It was just, you know, the market had fell out in that location and business dropped, and it just wasn't. It was costing me more to keep that stable open than the money that was coming in. So
How old were you when you became a pimp?
when I become a pimp, I'd say I was 12. Right.
12 years old?
Yes, sir. I didn't, you know, of course, at that time I needed to have, you know, an automobile or, you know, to drive around. Of course, I was underage to drive. But I had me a little business going, you know, down at the corner store and got me a couple, and that's how I got started, you know. Just started with one or two and build up from there.
So what are your goals for your hoes?
To keep them happy, basically, I would say.
You keep them happy, huh?
You give them a good life. Let them, I don't want them to ever feel like, you know, they're forced to be where they're at or what they're doing. I want them to, I want it to be natural. I want them to enjoy, you know, what they're doing and enjoy life.
So you believe that what you're doing is a natural service to the people?
Well, they're not necessarily, you know, born into it naturally, but I would much rather do it this way and know that they're safe than to see them out there on their own. And, you know, anything could happen when they're out there like that, you know. It's got to have somebody kind of look after them.
So how did you respond the first time that one of your hoes left you for another pimp? Or has that ever happened to you?
Well, that has never happened. Now, I have had other pimps approach me and make offers. And, you know.
But so your hoes are loyal?
Yes, sir.
Totally loyal.
That's why, you know, why I try to treat them, you know, as best I can, make sure they're happy, and that way they don't run off and leave me.
How long do you keep a hoe in your stable?
They can't be out there anymore like the young ones and working, you know, working the places. I don't put anybody out there on the street and just kick them out in the cold like that. There's other jobs they can do. You know, they can train the other girls, you know, basically move to, I guess you would say like a madam, you know, in a cat house, you know, kind of.
How many madams have you made in your life?
How many? I would have to say probably about 8.
Wow, that's a very big number.
Yeah, well, like I say, I've been at it a lot of years. You know, I started when I was 12, as I was telling you. So, yeah, given that time length, and yeah, it builds.
How many times you been in the penitentiary?
Me, I've been in the penitentiary twice. Really, I mean, I really don't like to talk about that because my younger years, I was pretty vicious then. And,
So you was a gorilla pimp.
yeah, well, other things. You know, I did some other things that led.
So you was a gangster too.
Well, if you want to call it that, it was things that I did that I ain't proud of, but yeah, that led up to that, me having to go, you know, serve a little time. But
Would you say it made your pimping game stronger?
well, yeah, I'd have to say because you know, I got out to pen, I had to do something to keep the money. I thought about it, and